Hello, everyone, and welcome to From Milwaukee to Nashville. I am your host for today, John Lewandowski. Our show is brought to you by the wonderful folks at Hockey Locker, 2002 West Howard Avenue. You can call them at 414-800-7585 or visit their website at hockeylockermilwaukee.com. All right, so let's get into today. We had two afternoon games today, one between the Atlanta Gladiators and Savannah Ghost Pirates, and the other was the Milwaukee Admirals versus the Manitoba Moose. I'm going to get into the Atlanta game first. So here we go. Shots in the first period. Atlanta had 16, Savannah had 12. In the second period, Atlanta had 17, Savannah had 11. In the third period, both teams had 11 shots, and in total, Atlanta outshoots Savannah 52 to 39. Atlanta goes 0 for 3 on the power play with 11 minutes, 4 infractions, while Savannah goes 0 for 2 with 13 minutes, 5 infractions. All right, so scoring. Scoring in the first period for the Ghost Pirates at the 7:09 mark was Andre Anania, assisted by Kai Schwint and Patrick Guay. Then at the 15:47 mark, the Ghost Pirates score again with a goal from Liam Walsh, assisted by Zach Ewens and Brandon Sagan. That would do it for scoring in the first period. Um, in the second period for Atlanta at the 5:39 mark, Alexander Campbell scores, assisted by Chad Nychuk. Then at the 13:40 mark for the Savannah Ghost Pirates, Devin Pellini scores, assisted by Connor Lovey and Patrick Guay. Then at the 13:58 mark, Atlanta scores with a goal from Simon Boyko, assisted by Michael Marchesson. That would do it for scoring in the second. In the third period, at the 8:41 mark, Atlanta scores with a goal by Simon Boyko, assisted by Joey Kipalone and Alexander Campbell. That would tie the game up at 3 going to overtime. In overtime, Atlanta had 8 shots to Savannah's 5. However, scoring at the 6:15 mark into overtime for the Ghost Pirates is Patrick Guay, assisted by Devin Pellini. The Ghost Pirates edge it out and win this one 4-3 in overtime. Atlanta does get a point though. In goal for Atlanta was DeRider, stopping 35 of 39. In goal for Savannah was Kincaid, stopping 49 of 52. The 3 stars for Savannah was Guay, the second star Pellini, and first star Kincaid. Um, so with that, if we look at the conference standings for the ECHL, the Atlanta Gladiators are in ninth place with 48 points. Um, let's see here. And then in the South, the Atlanta Gladiators are fifth. Overall, games played for Atlanta are 49. They are 21, 22, 4, and 2 with 48 points. All right, that'll do it for our ECHL Atlanta Gladiators game. Again, final score Savannah 4, Atlanta 3 in overtime. Now to move on to the Milwaukee Admirals versus the Manitoba Moose. All right, so shots on goal in the first period, Manitoba outshot Milwaukee 9-3. In the second period, Milwaukee outshot Manitoba 19-9. In the third period, Manitoba outshoots Milwaukee 12-6. And in total, Manitoba has 30 shots to Milwaukee's 28. Milwaukee goes 0 for 2 on the power play with 9 minutes, 3 infractions, while Manitoba goes 1 for 1 with 11 minutes, 4 infractions. Um, just a side note, 2:30 into the first period, Kyle Marino and Tyson Empey get into a fight. Scoring in the first period, there was no scoring. This was a rather low scoring game. In the second, at the 29 seconds in, is a goal for Manitoba from Parker Ford, scoring his 14th of the season on the power play, assisted by Dominic Tonito, his ninth, and Dylan Colin, his fourth. Then at the 18:38 mark, the Admirals score with a goal from Ryan Ufko, his fifth on the season, assisted by Ryder Rolston, his ninth, and Kiefer Bellows, his 14th. Then in the third period, the lone goal coming with 10 seconds left in the game goes to Dylan Coghlan of the Manitoba Moose, scoring his seventh on the season, assisted by Brad Lambert, his 17th, and Jarrett Anderson Dolan, his seventh. Unfortunately, the Admirals fall 2-1 to the Manitoba Moose today. I will say this, Magnus Corona played an amazing game. It's always heartbreaking, not only as a team, but as a goalie when you're that close to, forcing overtime or to, when it's that close to the end of the game for something like this to happen. Always gut wrenching. Um, all the Admiral skaters today did fairly well. None of them in the plus minus category went below a -1. And they had four players have at least a point. Cal O'Reilly being one of them. Cal O'Reilly, according to the stat sheet now, that was his 998th game. I'm not sure if the stats are updated, but we know he's approaching the 1,000 game mark, which he would only be the seventh player in AHL history to do so. Goalies in the game, as I already mentioned, Magnus Corona stopping 28 of 30. And then for the Manitoba Moose was Dominic DiVincentis. He stopped 27 of 28. Head coach for the Admirals is Carl Taylor. Assistant coaches Matt Donovan and Greg Rollo. For the Manitoba Moose, head coach is Mark Morrison. Assistant coaches are Eric Dubois and Morgan Klimchuk. Goaltending coach is Drew McIntyre. Um, the officials, the referees were Taylor Burzminski and Simon Desbian. Uh, Linespersons were Nick Greener and Josh Miko. Um, let's see something here quick. So in the division, if everything is updated right now, um, this is our 48th game played. We have 24 games remaining. The Admirals are 25, 16, 3, and 4 with 57 points, currently tied with the Texas Stars for first place in the Central Division. Um, in the conference, the Admirals are in fifth place, um, tied with Texas for fourth, technically, but ranked fifth. So they've been doing very well lately, and a couple really close games for them here. But yeah, other than that, I think they played a good game. I think Corona played a phenomenal game, and I think it was a good team effort all around. I believe that is all I have for you today. I will remind everybody that the NHL trade deadline is set for 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday, March 7th, which is in less than a month. It'll be interesting to see if there are any moves made. Um, I don't know anything. It'll definitely be interesting to see as the deadline gets closer, what teams move players, you know, what teams talk to what teams about potential trades. Trade deadline is usually always pretty exciting and busy time for me and our other host, Daniel. You will see him, I believe, tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will be on with him or not, but I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Sunday. And thank you for watching.